Briefing on what we have here today. Just as the opening caveat, this is a very, very active crime scene. You can look over my shoulder. You see we're still in the process of picking up projectiles and interviewing witnesses. What we do know and what I can release right now is that right at 4 o'clock this afternoon, our narcotics units got on the radio advising that shots had been fired, and they requested the fire rescue respond, which they did. I got here a short time later. We do have one subject who's been shot. He's been shot more than one time. I cannot tell you what his condition is. He was airlifted out of here within a few minutes to St. Mary's Trauma Unit. From there, we began our investigation, and we're now interviewing witnesses, collecting evidence. What we do know is that right there at about 4 o'clock, sheriff's deputies from the Martin County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Section encountered the subject during a felony investigation. You can see from the damage behind me, the subject, rather than cooperate with law enforcement at the time of the arrest, chose instead to ram his vehicle into several of our vehicles, drove at one of our deputies, is what it appears to be now, and they did open fire on him in what initially does appear to be an act of self-defense. And so with that, I'd be glad to try to answer.
What's happening at the McDonald's across the street?
The question is what happened at the McDonald's across the street. After being shot, the suspect fled on foot, chased by the deputies on foot. He got as far as this McDonald's here, which is several football fields from where he was shot. There was no further shooting here or in between here and at the initial shooting scene.
Just to clarify, he was shot while he was in his own car, or was he out of the car when he was shot?
The question is, was he shot in his car, outside of his car? We have to wait now and see. The deputies haven't given their initial statement yet.
To your knowledge, where did the actual gunfire occur? Was it behind the Marriott or behind the courtyard or behind the Cracker Barrel?
Where did the initial gunfire occurred on the east side of the Marriott, right behind me.
Are you able to say any more about what this felony investigation was? What was
the question is, can I say any more about the felony investigation? It was a narcotics investigation. It was a substantial amount of felony narcotics, and the deal was taking place here in this parking lot.
So this was like a plan by, like was there an undercover officer?
Yeah, the question is, was a plan by? I think we'll have to wait maybe till the next briefing or two before I can discuss that.
Okay.
When you say it's a substantial amount, how much is that?
The question is, it was a substantial amount. I don't have the exact amount, but it was not a small narcotics deal.
So essentially, your narcotics investigators were undercover trying to purchase drugs from this gentleman?
Yeah, the question is, were our detectives undercover trying to purchase? I think if we wait till the next briefing, I can be a lot more specific on the nuances of the case itself. Suffice it to say now, it was a felony investigation involving narcotics, where the suspect intentionally rammed our sheriff's vehicles.
Do you know how many deputies fired shots?
Question: how many deputies fired shots? We know at least one, perhaps two. We're still taking statements.
Damage to any vehicles in the parking lot?
Damage to any vehicles other than the sheriff's office? No.
And how many of your vehicles were damaged?
How many of our vehicles were damaged? Several.
It may be too early for this question, but do you know when the last time a Martin County Sheriff's deputy was involved in a deputy-involved shooting? I can't recall one very recently.
The last time one of our deputies was involved in a shooting was several years ago in Hope Sound. And I'm going off memory. If there was one since then, I don't remember. I don't believe there was.
And how are the deputies who were involved in all of this?
The question, how was the deputies? The answer is that they were not hurt. I mean, obviously, firing your weapon, hitting a human being is a traumatic incident, and they'll be given all the resources they need to be debriefed. We have one of our counselors are here on the scene. They have their attorneys are here. I will add now that in my request, the Federal Bureau of Investigation is here. The FBI is monitoring. The state attorney's office is here, and their investigator is paralleling with us. We think that's important in today's day and age for transparency, that we have actually 3 law enforcement agencies here.
Did the suspect fire back at the deputies?
The question is, did the suspect fire back? I think we're going to find out he did not. We did have, and that's a good question, we did have information initially that the suspect tends to be armed. Whether or not there's a gun found in the car yet remains to be seen.
Is the suspect's vehicle here?
The question is, the suspect's vehicle here? The answer is yes. It's crashed behind me into one of our sheriff's office unmarked vehicles.
That's the gray pickup?
The gray pickup, I believe, is ours. If you see a small gray two-door sedan back there smashed into our vehicle, that's the suspect vehicle.
Do you have a condition update on that guy?
Yeah, the question is, do I have a condition update? I do not.
What's his name?
I don't have. His question is his name. I don't have it.
The deputies that were involved in this incident, will they be put on paid administrative leave after this, or?
The question is, will our deputies be on paid administrative leave? They'll certainly be on leave as we work through the initial phase of this investigation. If the suspect lives, they may not need to be on leave. It'll really be up to them, the psychologist. You know, I know that law enforcement agencies tend to rush to put their people on leave. I'm not opposed to that, but we'll work with them. Every case should be evaluated individually, and if the suspect doesn't die, they'll be back to work pretty quickly.
And again, how many deputies would that be?
A question, how many deputies were involved? Well, we know there's a minimum of one. I do believe that we're going to find out that there were 2 deputies involved in firing their weapons. That is not confirmed yet.
Where did they go? What hospitals have they gone to?
The question is what hospital they go to. My policy is never to release a hospital just in case something bad happens. It was a trauma center.
Can you just talk about this location? Criminal activity is popular possibly here in this parking lot at the Marriott?
The question is, will I talk about the location, criminal activity popular here? No, this is a very quiet area. It's kind of a surprise to us to have something like this happen. I think as we get further in the investigation and we're able to brief further, we'll find out exactly why they were here, why the narcotics investigation was here.
I imagine you're checking surveillance cameras and things like
Yeah, the question is surveillance cameras. This happened in broad daylight. We have several civilian witnesses that were here, that saw it, that were willing to testify and give a sworn recorded statements, and we are checking the videos on the motel. I assume we're going to have good video. I'm not for sure, but I believe we will.
Is the Marriott and the Cracker Barrel closed down at the moment, or?
Is the Marriott and the Cracker Barrel closed down?
And the McDonald's, I guess?
Well, the McDonald's, unfortunately for them, is right in the middle of a big crime scene, so we have a lot of tape there. We do our best to minimize inconvenience to the businesses, but we have to get the information, and we won't get a second chance to get back out here and get the evidence. So we'll get them clear as soon as possible. I do think that you can get into the business, though.
What kind of drugs was he selling, and was this part of your bigger effort to crack down on overdoses, or was this unrelated?
Yeah, the question is, what kind of drugs was he selling? Was it part of our bigger operation? And the answer is, we will have to wait on that one.
Did you get a tip that the suspect was going to be here, or were you just following him?
Yeah, the question is, did we get a tip? And there again, we have to wait. These are all answers that will inevitably be discussed and inevitably be released. It's just way too early for me to have those answers.
Was there anybody else with the suspect at the time?
The question is, was anybody else with the suspect? Right now, it appears that he was alone, and there's no indication that there was any other co-defendants. If somebody else was here trailing him, we may find that out later, but not in the initial crime scene. You had a question?
So this was a planned drug buy between a known suspect and some of your undercover folks, is that right?
Al's question is, was it a planned drug buy between us and other folks? And the answer is, we'll have to wait on further briefings. We're not releasing any details on this because we're just not sure. It's better that we get it straight. So that's my goal here today, just now, was to give you as much as I could about the shooting. The investigation, the felony investigation that led up to the shooting is something we'll completely release when it's appropriate.
What's your reaction that somebody would come here with a substantial amount of drugs to do a deal? I mean, you don't think Martin County is being a drug haven?
Yeah, what's my reaction to somebody coming here to do a deal? I think anybody in the criminal world that would come into Martin County to commit a crime is taking their well-being in their hands insofar as getting arrested. I'm always amazed that anybody would come here and do anything illegal. I think our reputation is such that it's not a great place to come and deal drugs. Okay, I will do my best within the next hour or so to give you an update, answer further questions. Christine is here. We want you to have all the information, and we'll do everything we can to release it. And thank you all so much.